In this episode, we leave Rangiroa behind and setting sail to the most famous atoll here in Polynesia, Whakarava. Probably most famous for having lots of sharks, with anything from nurse sharks to hammerheads. In the previous episode, we enjoyed Rangiroa and even spent some time learning more about the perfect timing for our departure, and even if we had it right when coming into this atoll. So this is how it looks like at the same time, but with no wind. And we even got to experience some of the local dance and music for free when this group was practicing before the festival in Tahiti. And you're going to Tahiti?
Going to Tahiti for the festival. It's just after the Hewa. It's called the Wharereira in Tahiti. This is the 6th edition, 2023.
And it was really hard to not rescue this puppy, taking it aboard as a new crew member. Some research proved this to be not a good idea for the onward journey, so as a last-minute decision, we unfortunately decided to leave her behind. Being born on a Polynesian atoll, we even had a name for her, Tiki. And now, as the wind and waves have come down, we are enjoying our last hours here before pointing our nose towards Whakarava. I was hoping to see some gigantic dolphins, but now they're not here. Maybe we are too early. There is, they come out here with these excursion boats, and they have, I don't know, it looks like the dolphins try to shove off when the boats are here, so maybe we are lucky. We'll see. Unfortunately, we did not have the luck with us this time. However, the weather is definitely on our side, so it's time to wrap up things and leave Rangiroa. We decided to motorsail through the channel and wait with the mainsail until we are on the outside due to shifting wind directions. It's so much faster and easier to just furl in the Genoa if necessary. It looks like we have timed our exit perfect, so it's going to be a smooth ride through the channel. Quite a contrast to our entrance when we arrived here 1 week ago. I'm using 3 different charge systems on board Be-Free. Navionics have proven to be pretty good around here, and it's fast and easy to use on my iPad and even backup on our iPhones. The 2 other charges are Blue Charge on the Garmin system and OpenCPN on the computer and iMac. So in total we should be pretty well covered. Google Satellite Maps has also proven to be quite helpful as additional tools for safe navigation, especially inside the atolls. I expect to be motorsailing a bit on this route, as it will be slightly too weak winds for us to sail with before it changed direction. It's not like we are in a rush, but as I showed you in earlier episodes, it's a narrow window for exit and entrance into the atolls. Some are more critical than others in terms of timing. Whakarava, however, should be pretty easy, at least at the right time and with this weather. behind us there is Rangiroa, and it's been very beautiful atoll to spend the week, and we have really enjoyed it. What a beautiful place. Now we are trying to sail to Fakarava. The shortest route to Fakarava is not a direct line because of the wind direction, so we have to point north, and basically pointing a little bit more north than towards Ahe, where we came from. And the reason is we have to sail against the wind, against the waves, and against the currents. So the first 12 to 14 hours or so gonna be a little bit slow, and then we're gonna point more south. And it's supposed to be a wind direction, a change in the wind direction, and more favorable wind for us later. So then we should be able to point more towards Fakarava. There is another route we could have taken. We could go more west and then south and then up north again. We're running now on the wind pilot. So most autopilots has 3 settings. It's a course pilot, it's wind pilot, or route pilot. So that's 3 different options. Now we are running on the wind pilot, so every time the wind changes a little bit, we will get more up against the wind and follow the wind change better. So trying to be optimal for taking as much height as we can. So, but I can really see the currents and the waves are pushing us down. So yeah, we try to point as high as we can. The backup autopilot is working pretty okay. However, it's not as precise as the other setup that I will have repaired when we reach Tahiti later. So even though we could be pointing 32 degrees on the wind, I choose to have it on 34 degrees, so it has 3 to 4 degrees slack before we are heading too much. And just as predicted, the wind totally dies out. Hopefully this also means the change in direction and wind speed also will come as predicted. So later this afternoon we will be able to sail again. Even if it's not gonna go fast, we still have good margins on this sail, as it's only 175 nautical miles. So motor sailing for a few hours is totally okay. It's the chef. What is it?
White fish with broccoli and rice.
5-star dinner. Just before sunset. So it's 6 in the morning and we are going as slow as we can. We try to arrive at the entrance of Fakarava in daylight, which is about now. And we don't have many miles left to go, so we will be in the entrance of Fakarava at about 40 minutes or so. So we'll see how it looks like. This atoll has a pretty wide entrance and it's outgoing currents that normally can reach up to 6 knots. So we will see how it looks when we get there, if we hang around and wait until it's more suitable for us to enter it. But I think this atoll should be pretty okay. It's wide and deep at the entrance, and also they have another entrance at the south part. We are arriving at the north part because we come from the other atolls. It's been a beautiful sail and not much wind, so it's perfect. One of the challenges when you're moving between atolls is actually not the distance, but to try to time your departure from the atoll and the arrival for the next atoll, which sometimes means you have to go really slow and try to time it, and that can be challenging. But now we have had such a beautiful weather, light winds and almost flat sea, as you can see here. It's not much waves, And you can even in the background there see the neighbor atoll, and it's even a cruise ship on its way. I don't know if you can see it. Whakarawa is also famous for diving with sharks. It's one of the most popular places here in the Pacific to do shark diving. So that's one of my greatest fears, but also been on my list of things I wanted to overcome and try to do. So we'll see if I manage to gather enough guts to go down under the water and see some sharks. I'm not sure if I can do it yet, so we'll see. Are you excited?
Hey, yes. Are you going to swim with the sharks there?
I don't know yet. I haven't decided. We'll see. I see our Genoa has fallen down again. Yeah, we need new hailers and a little time at the sail loft. Yeah, maybe you should find a sponsor. I don't know. But yeah, we can see the entrance.
You ready?
Yeah, I think we timed it good.
Good? Yeah. I see a whale.
A whale?
Oh no. No, it looks good.
Yeah?
It's definitely it's gonna be a smooth. You agree, Captain?
I don't know. What do you see? North side of the entrance. If you look at the map, maybe it's deeper water. It's not so easy to see the conditions on a distance, but as for now, it really looks promising. So we are keeping all the sails up and gonna sail through this entrance. that's a lot to say with the wind. We have 30 knots or close to 30 knots when we arrived at Rangiroa. Now we only have 12 knots wind, so that makes a big difference. And also the timing here now is pretty good, I think. We are not experts on this yet, but it looks like a pretty smooth entrance. I have around 4.5 knots currents against us, so we are still doing 4 knots, so the boat speed is good, the boat speed through the water. We are having full canvas up, we'll have a little assistance, and are running the engine also, so that's why we are able to keep 4 knots through 4 knots currents against us. Now we dropped actually to 3 knots, so the current's increasing a little bit. So I hope we have enough power to hammer through. And just like that, we made it to Whakarava after a pretty smooth sail. We are now at the north part of the atoll, where all the resorts and stores are located. Next week we're gonna move south to check out what's supposed to be the most beautiful and exciting part of this atoll, Whakarava. Thank you all so much for watching, sharing and subscribing. A special thanks to all the amazing patrons supporting this channel. All the best and hope to see you all back here next week.